Welcome back, True Seeker. Got several comments about why I am not covering the Maui wildfires. Actually, I have been since the news broke on August 9th. If you watch any video I've done since August 9th, since the day this became a headline story, I've talked about the Maui wildfires. And if you're familiar with my work, you might already know what I'm going to say. If you're new to my work, I'm going to say something that I've said 1,000 times before. Weather warfare is a real thing. And the people who control our military, they control our government, our news networks, and they are always trying to form ideas in our minds to get us to go along with agendas. And they usually cement those ideas in our minds by showing us terrible things. Earlier this year, the northeast part of the U.S. was living in smoke for a long time from supposedly Canadian wildfires. Now it's Hawaii, one of the most beautiful destinations in the world, burning up. Again, they're trying to cement the idea to a lot of people about climate change. And the sad thing is, the people who want us to go along with their climate change ideas, which is really to them, the people who are doing this, it's really just about getting more power and control over humanity into their hands. And for people who think that this is just Mother Nature, you really need to wake up. You really need to wake up. This isn't Mother Nature. This is the latest ritual by the same old code that goes back to 1952. And again, the reason I say it goes back to 1952, sort of true. It probably goes back way before that. But in 1952, on August 15th, which is the Jesuit order's birthday, the military order of the Catholic Church that runs the United States of America, on August 15th, 1952, the first act of weather warfare was admitted to. 9 years later, JFK was giving a speech about weather control and how it could be, the savior of the future. Well, that could be true, but you put this technology in the wrong people's hands, it can also be used like this as a political weapon to create natural devastation, which is what a lot of people believe it is, what it's meant to be perceived as, again, for the sake of agendas like the climate change agenda. But here's how obvious it is. Again, it's always the same old code with the Jesuits. August 9th, the day that Maui became a headline story, is the day leaving 144 days left in the year. And, of course, the founder of the Jesuits, Ignatius Loyola, one of his well-remembered quotes is, "Go forth and set the world on fire," which equals 144. And the Jesuits in fire, again, look into the Great London Fire of 1666. A lot of historians say no doubt the Jesuits set that fire. This is something they've been doing for a long time. The Jesuits are evil. The Catholic Church is evil. Evil is controlling this world. And for all of you who can't accept that, you're part of that evil and you've succumbed to that evil and you're blind to that evil. And again, that's why I keep teaching the exact same lessons about the same things happening all over the world by the same old Jesuit code. Again, we're on the Jesuits' calendar. The Gregorian calendar is the Jesuit calendar. We're speaking the English language, which is credited to a Catholic monk and which was standardized with the 26-letter alphabet at the same time the Jesuits were created and the Gregorian calendar was. And this is why the rituals unfold perfectly year after year, day after day. By the way, another big tragedy in Hawaii's history, Pearl Harbor Day, that's another big 144. Remember when President Biden, Jesuit educated like President Trump, remember Trump at the Vatican with the Jesuit Pope on the 144th day of the year? Remember the election simulated at Jesuit Georgetown on June 12th, 2020, 144 days before it happened, that Biden would win, Trump wouldn't step down, he'd say he was cheated, and it would lead to deadly violence in America. That was all part of a Jesuit Georgetown simulation 144 days before the election. All the stuff I've been talking about over and over the last few days since August 9th. If you missed my videos on August 9th, it began talking about the wildfires in Maui, why the latest Trump Twitter thing was going on with the feds. Elon Musk offers to buy Twitter on 14/4, the anniversary of the assassination of Lincoln, when JFK was killed 144 days from meeting with the Pope, and Bobby Kennedy was dead at 1:44 in the morning, and now RFK Jr. is in the race 144 days after the Superior General's birthday, only for August 9th to end up with a political assassination in Ecuador. I mean, go back and watch the videos of August 9th before that Ecuador headline broke. We're just talking about all this. The weather warfare, the latest Jesuit rituals in big tech with Jesuit controlled feds, and then how it just unfolds more and more by the code. Then next thing you know, there's an assassination scare for Joe Biden in Utah, and that guy gets killed. Mr. Robertson, the same day Robbie Robertson of the band dies, who used to play with Bob Dylan, who just did the assassination song about JFK. And not to mention Bob Dylan's born on the 144th day of the year. But anyway, it's all the same. The same cabal is pulling the strings on all these things. And let's not forget that Joe Biden met with Vladimir Putin on Pearl Harbor Day to discuss the tensions in Russia, Ukraine, right before they set that off in the big Jesuit ritual sync with the Pope. And again, just with regards to the leader of the Jesuits, look at this. Here he is, Arturo Sosa. From the day that this became the news, August 9th, to his upcoming birthday, November 12th, is 95 days. Again, the Jesuits were credited to counter the 95 Theses, written by Martin Luther. That's why Martin Luther King Jr. was killed in a 144 ritual on the 95th day of the year. And Maui, Hawaii is the target here, 95. Again, the Jesuits recognized by Rome on September 27th, the day leaving 95 days left in the year. Their birthday, August 15th, the day in history that's the first act of weather warfare. But yeah, same code over and over as these people, unleash their shenanigans across the world for the sake of their agendas, for the sake of their power, their control. And again, you guys, anytime you don't see a video with what you want me, or, a video that doesn't make, I haven't made a video with Maui wildfires in the title, but I've done several videos since August 9th, and literally in all those videos, I've talked about the Maui wildfires. Again, if it's in the news that day, it's probably in the video I'm making that day. Just as a reminder. But we'll leave it there for now. Till next time, Truth Seeker.